the International Medical University, known as Immune, because Immune has made a science of ElectroCeuticals. Yes, ElectroCeuticals. Since the beginning of humanity, humanity has known about the power of sound, the power of the word, and the healing power of the word, the power of the words to heal, the power of the sound to heal. And we've known this and used this in our society.
The didgeridoo is a sacred Australian Aborigine instrument that dates back more than 40,000 years.
40,000 years ago, they learned how to sculpt their instruments and to make healing sounds, power. They found that they could take words and communicate, and words could be converted into prayers, and prayers could be transmitted through inanimate objects, a prayer wheel, and that there was power, and we were all conjoined, and we were all one.
And all quantum theories say that everything vibrates. Everything is made out of a wave. And because of that, these waves intertangle with each other. This is called entanglement. And entanglement means that our waves entangle with waves on the other side of the galaxy. Instantly, in fact. We are all connected via this invisible web. Einstein at first didn't like this picture, because if you were to move in one part of the universe, the other part of the universe will also respond to you faster than the speed of light. Einstein at first didn't like it, but it's been shown in the laboratory. This is the famous EPR experiment. It's been shown many times now that entanglement does in fact make possible vibrations traveling faster than the speed of light.
Discovered the principle of entrainment in physics, how one rhythmic vibrating object will synchronize with another. And so I used that idea and started creating music to affect your brain waves.
But what it does mean is that we are all entangled. Our wave functions all entangle with other wave functions. Observation determines existence, but observation requires consciousness. Therefore, consciousness makes an observation, and then we see the cat is alive. Well, I determine the fact the cat is alive. Well, who determines me? Somebody has to look at me to determine that I'm alive and I'm not dead. Well, who determines him? Somebody has to look at him. And this is called Wigner's friend. Wigner was the winner of the Nobel Prize. He helped to build the atomic bomb. And this is called Wigner's friend. I have an infinite sequence of Wigner's friend. So who's the ultimate Wigner's friend? God. So starting with quantum theory, which is the most objective reductionist theory of all time, you go all the way up to God.
The Gospel according to John, chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
The Bible tells us in the Psalms, sing unto the Lord with harp and voice, trumpets, cornet, make a joyful noise. We are meant to make music and heal with music.
Music like this. Pleasant music, but that had a very specific rhythmic structure that would allow me to help you go to sleep, help you relax, even help you focus.
There are many different frequencies, sound frequencies affecting the brain, but the 40 hertz seem to unite brain function, seem to help all the synapses to work together, and thereby helping to stabilize the brain. It's very essential in music medicine.
40 hertz, remember this sound. Very low, it's like low E on the piano. But with this, I found I could help people reduce their pain and even reduce Alzheimer's symptoms.
Yes, I'm playing now the 40 hertz with even high harmonics up into the ultrasound, into the infrasound. A harmonic relationship that will help to unite the brain, to get all the brain functions working, helpful for Alzheimer's, dementia, depression, fibromyalgia, and more.
Each of these sounds features a rhythmic structure that allows it to impact cells in your body. In fact, my research recently has shown that stimulating cells with sound of this sort can reduce the risk and impact of some common health problems.
Using sight and sound to affect the neurons that affect the brain. So I generated the idea of an electroceutical, not a pharmaceutical, but an electroceutical, a safe, easy way to stimulate and help to regulate all the different parts of the body.
The ear has hair cells in the cochlea that translate this vibration into electric signals so that the auditory nerve carries this to the brain.
The incredible power of sound, but you can't really patent these sounds, you see, so the chemical companies don't really like this. But yet we can affect the neurons, we can affect things. It's amazing that we have a whole new type of medicine, an electroceutical, vibrational medicine. And sound has even been able to levitate objects, yes.
Levitate that. That's incredible! And there's nothing around it, that is just being held there by sound.
Yeah, so you can move your hand around. You can see there's nothing. When we put dry ice here, you can see the pattern of how the sounds are coming to.
Sound, which includes music, but not all sound is music, but all music is sound, is in essence vibration, molecular compressions in the air that come to your ear or to your skin if you feel it as vibration, as you may have done with a 40 hertz.
Sounds that would affect the neurons, affect the organs, the incredible science of the ultrasonic, infrasonic, the electroceutical science, sonogenetics, optogenetics, using sight, sound, different sounds of nature, like the human heartbeat. And the human heartbeat was incredible at taking away depression, loneliness, because we grow up as little tiny babies listening to that heartbeat. And that heartbeat can help us to restore health by listening to it overnight, to relieve loneliness, depression, and many other things, stabilizing the heart. And all the different ideas in a science of electroceuticals that I have spent decades working on, and now have over 1,000 electroceuticals in the Quantum Electroceutical YouTube site, using different types of sound and using different types of sight to help to blend this. And then along comes the science of EMDR, eye movement, and that by guiding the eyes left and right, and sounds left and right, binaural sounds into the right ear, the left ear, that we could also deepen our effects into the brain and make things that could even more astoundingly help. And we could make a new type of medicine, a vibrational medicine, much safer than the synthetic pharmaceuticals, producing all those different side effects. So I've had a different science, a new expansion of the intellect into a new type of medicine, which I call electroceuticals. Because with the EPX device, you'll be able to get electrical factors to stabilize the brain. Sound, sight, vibration, electrical, photon, temperature, all of this coming into a new idea. And as our eyes go left and right, we start to generate stabilization of the brain through sound. And everything works a little better. This is the future of medicine. You should try an electroceutical, and if it doesn't work, then you can go to the synthetic pharmaceutical. But why not try? Why not just try an electroceutical when you have a problem? The cause of depression is not the deficiency of a synthetic drug. The cause of depression is not the deficiency of an MAO inhibitor, an SSRIs, any of the tricyclics. The primary cause of depression is loss of something that made you feel good, loss of a loved one, a job, a game, self-esteem. Depression can be anger directed inward, that's self. If you're mad at yourself, aggression directed inward is depression. We all lose things in life. We all get mad at ourselves when we fail as we learn. We get depressed sometimes. For some people, the depression is too long, too deep. Some people do not have enough of the happiness hormones. Food and these electroceuticals can help. Depression is nature's way of dealing with reality, grief, and heartache. Depression allows you to grieve, reflect, think, and accept. Depression should help you learn to change the things you can, accept the things you cannot. Then depression should drive you to learn, to change, grow, develop, experience, and find new ways and new things to love and enjoy. Learn to use your depression to grow and develop as a spiritual, productive person. It's very important. I've always said there's no such thing as noise. There's only information you do not understand, because there's a God consciousness. There's things we don't understand. We have to learn to deal with them. Here's some tips on depression. Number one, get active. Be active. Stay active. The more active you are, the more chemicals you make. You're going to defeat depression just by getting more active. Don't be sedentary. Don't get the downward spiral. Sedentary depression. Distract yourself. Laughter, positive thoughts. Watch happy movies now and then. Don't just watch horror movies. Watch some happy, funny movies. Get laughter into your life. If you want something different, you got to change. If you're depressed, you got to change. You got to find ways. You got to learn what you can change, what you have to accept. Release anger at yourself from your body. Meditate. Release that anger. My ElectroCeuticals will help to release that anger at yourself. Love yourself. Switch your sensations and mix your senses. Learn to be multi-sensual and learn to look at the senses in many different ways. Fake it till you make it. Act happy till you are. Laugh, even if you don't have anything to laugh about. Laugh. Fake it till you make it. Laughter will help relieve your depression. Play every day. Work every day and play every day. Very important to work every day. Keep the mind active, but play a little bit. Get a little relaxation in there. Enjoy nature. Get outside. Feel and touch nature. Don't just live inside a concrete cubicle. Nap or meditate. Use some power naps. Meditate. Help to clear your mind. Reduce all the stress and tension. Reduce the words. Ride out the storm. Remember, this too shall pass. Storms come, and bad weather defines us more than good weather. Change your words. Don't use negative words about yourself or others. Use more positive words. Take responsibility for your words. Ethics, honor. Be nice. Be grateful. Grateful to all the people who have helped you. Grateful to God. Grateful to yourself. Appreciate and be grateful for yourself. You do not need a reason to feel good. You can simply choose to feel good. The circumstances around you are not responsible for your happiness. You can choose happiness at any time, any place. It's deep inside you. All questions hold answers. Ask it in a different way until the answers appear. Vary your perception. Look, and you will find. As the Bible says, ask, and it will be answered unto you. Seek, and ye shall find. Helping others helps you. Teaching others teaches you. By helping others, you help yourself. By teaching others, you teach yourself. We grow because we are a social community, working together, networking. Health comes to us all. Change is constant in life. Try to recognize everything changes. Change is constant. Try to learn what you can change, what you can't change. Don't waste your time, or time will waste you. Use your time wisely. Don't waste time on fear. Fear is good. You need fear a little bit, but don't waste time on it. Fear cannot protect you from hurt. Only love can do that. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living somebody else's life or being something that you are not for somebody else. Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of your time. Get a hold of your effort. Whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, you're right. It's said by Henry Ford, but it's true. Your mental attitude determines your altitude. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. If you think you can't, you can't. If you think you can, You can. Think of happy thoughts. Your life is in your mind. If you have happy thoughts, your mind will soar like an eagle to the heights unimagined. That's a quote from me. Just like in Peter Pan, he had to think happy thoughts to fly. Think happy thoughts. And even if you're on the right track, you might get run over if you just sit there. So keep active. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Get active. Move. Do. Learn. Grow. Don't be afraid. Obstacles exist only in your mind. Helen Keller said this. Blind, deaf. Yet she became this wonderful, fantastic person. Keep your face at the sunshine. Everyone is trying to accomplish something big, not realizing that life is made up of the little things. Recognize the simplicity of nature in yourself, and above all, to thyself be true. Recognize, love yourself, become your own best friend. Think. Don't just react. Think. Become a better person. Defeat your depression. Recognize that your depression is just a way to help you to grow and become a better person. Talk about electroceuticals, but first let's talk about pharmaceuticals. Where does the word pharmaceutical come from? Well, it's basically, pharmacy is an ancient Greek word, and it's the word for the poison of a witch. Yes, seriously. Pharmacy means poison from a witch in Greek. And it means mostly synthetic. Now, if we look at the human body, we must realize that the body is made of atoms. We're taught this in 5th grade. And the atoms have electrons in the outer shell. And electrons repel, they never touch. Thus, atoms don't touch. In fact, the distances between these atoms is quite great. Very great. So what we are is mostly energy. Now, since we are energy that holds us together, makes us what we are, why don't we develop a new science of electroceuticals? Something safe, because an electroceutical is a medicine that targets with electrical sound vibration, magnetic, photonic, energy impulses that help to stimulate the body to do things, stimulate healing and curing, electroceuticals. Now, to do this process, we developed many, many years ago a electronic tongue that could measure the voltammetric electrical signature of different items. And if you want to learn about this, you can go down to this website and learn all about the electronic tongue. Because in order to do this, we had to recognize that validation, verification of claims is the law. And we got our registration of this process 25 years ago, more than 25 years ago. This has no side effects, no addiction, inexpensive, and can be used on the SCIO and the Inductor and the technology. When combined with the cybermagnetic chair to help stimulate these electroceuticals into the waters of the body, it has an amplified effect. Because the science of electroceuticals is a real and true science that now you'll be able to take home. You'll be able to use it on your telephone. You'll be able to have these electroceuticals at your own disposal. The future of education and technology. With the ability to watch these movies, these electroceutical movies, get the sound and the subliminal energy, the photons, and recognize that this all can be done safely and easily for you. And we developed this system with a whole system of education about natural medicine, a whole education through wellness apps to be able to design this process. And as we expand our mind into a new, much more safe medicine electroceuticals, we must realize that big minds see new technology as an opportunity, and small minds fear it as they want to try to make things smaller. But big minds will see the incredible opportunity of electroceuticals, revolutionizing the field of medicine, much safer, much better for us. Because here at Immune has made a science of sports performance enhancement, scholastic ability enhancement, intellect enhancement, a whole new modern medicine to be able to help nature work naturally through your body. And it depends on the process known as electroceuticals. So all of the fields of natural medicine come together as we bring them all into the Duke door for you, into this incredible technology of ElectroCeuticals and electrical medicine, natural medicine, all bind together to first don't hurt, to be safe and effective. And we teach you more about this at Immune, the best medical university in the world. You can learn more by going to our website.
Stimulating cells with sound can reduce the risk and impact of health problems like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and fibromyalgia and depression. If a doctor encounters something like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or depression, they might take out their prescription pads and write a prescription for sound stimulation.
So welcome to the new world of ElectroCeuticals, vibrational medicine.